Hello, it's 9 p.m. in Djibouti. It's time to English new edition for tonight headlines. So we have the head of state has received the credential from the new French ambassador residing in Djibouti. In Sudan, new prime ministers promise lasting peace and strong economy. Welcome to our newsroom. This morning, the head of state, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, has received the letters of credence from the new French ambassador residing in Djibouti, Mr. Arnaud Guillois. At this solemn ceremony, which was also attended by the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mahmoud Ali Youssouf, the new French ambassador, Mr. Arnaud Guillois, reaffirmed the common will to work toward the expansion and consolidation of cooperation ties between the two nations and continuity of progress in the multilateral spheres. He recalled that the Republic of Djibouti and the Republic of France have forged and developed excellent relations. History shows which has paved the way for excellent cooperation relation between the two countries. President Guelleh addressed his cordial greeting to the new ambassador and reaffirmed the irrevocable feelings of brotherhood between Djibouti and France.
Débarquement en Provence, de la part d'Afrique que la France avait en elle, cette part, c'est aussi celle du sang versé, nous ne l'oublions pas. Au-delà des épreuves partagées, notre relation est rendue spéciale par la langue que nous avons en partage. Bien plus qu'un vecteur de communication, elle représente un autre regard porté sur le monde. Cette langue est aussi porteuse d'opportunités quand on sait que les francophones seront près de 750 millions sur l'ensemble des continents d'ici 2050. Elle est un atout considérable pour Djibouti et ce sera notamment à travers l'Institut français et le lycée français de Djibouti un axe tout à fait prioritaire de mon action. J'ai la conviction, Monsieur le Président, que nos relations sont plus vivantes que jamais. Elles ne reposent pas seulement sur le souvenir d'Arthur Rimbaud, d'Henri de Montfred ou de Jean-François Degnaud. Elles sont faites d'intérêts communs, politiques, sécuritaires, culturels, économiques ou de développement. C'est ce qu'est venu souligner la visite historique du président Macron à Djibouti en mars dernier. Ici, comme partout dans le monde, la France demeure attachée au respect de certains principes fondamentaux, au premier rang desquels les droits de l'homme et l'état de droit, dans le plein respect, naturellement, de la souveraineté propre à chaque État et du principe de non-ingérence. J'entends apporter ma pierre à cet édifice au cours des prochaines années. Soyez en tous les cas assurés de ma disponibilité, mais surtout de mon enthousiasme et de ma détermination pour ce faire. Vive la France, vive Djibouti et vive l'amitié franco-djiboutienne.
The Republic of Djibouti remains committed to its candidacy for the positions of the non-permanent members of the UN Security Council. The Republic of Djibouti remains to its candidacy for the post of the non-permanent members of the UN Security Council for the period 2021-2022. It has in face the legitimacy of its candidacy and cannot accept to renounce under the effect of a non-transparent arrangement that ignores traditional practices and respect for the principle of rotations. Prime Minister Al-Haj Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed traveled to Balho in the Tajura region. The first Al-Haj Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed made a visit to Tajura region this morning to see the situations of the new road between Tajura and Balho, 119 kilometers long and fully paved, which will be worth a visit, accompanied by the Minister of Defense Hassan Umar Mohammed and General Mohammed Tahir Ali Mohammed. The Prime Minister Al-Haj Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed arrived on board of helicopters in a small village Balho located in the sub-prefectures of Dora, a few kilometers from the borders. Upon arrival, the delegation led by the Prime Minister was welcomed by the Prefect Abdul Malik Mohammed Benoita and the President of the Regional Council, Mr. Umar Hussein, the Chief of the Riyadh Corps, Colonel Ali Shahim, as well as the elected officials and customary authority of the Balho. After being greeted by platoons of honors of the military bases in Balho, the first and his delegation is boarded the cars to see the state of Tujura Balho road, whose work is being finalized, as can be seen in these images. Prime Minister's convoy headed for the borders to Firo more precisely to identify the locations of the future customs and immigration borders crossing. The Prime Minister's visit is a prelude to the inaugurations of the Tujura Balho road, which has a twofold objective. Is first of all, it is a requirement of the President of the Republic because, like the Djibouti-Gaddafi axis, this second artery is also vital for the country's economy and the accelerations of the decentralization process. To the of the President of the Republic, indeed, road infrastructure is the sine qua non conditions for national economic development, and at the regional level is for economic integration between Djibouti and our neighbors Ethiopia, and beyond that with the whole Comesa area. For his part, the Prime Minister Al-Haj Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed called on the people of Tujura to take advantage of the opportunity that will arise with the new Tujura Balho road, which will become the second trade corridor between Djibouti and Ethiopia. Prime Minister Al-Haj Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, accompanied by strong delegations, went to these mornings in the Tujura region to observe the situation. The new road between Tujura and Balho, the construction is lasted a long term, required consequent development of Tujura region for the country's economic and accelerations the centralization process. To the dear of the President of the Republic, he said. Balbala in the most population municipalities in line with the priority strategy of reduce infant and child mortality. The number of pediatricians working in this hospital has almost quintupled in order to ensure optimal clinical management of child disease in the pediatric ward of an outpatient basis. The precise identification of children's illnesses is achieved through rapid and reliable investigation, through the strengthening of technical platform that facilitate medical decisions making and drug prescribing. In addition, the concept of the hospital of the day also made it possible to relieve the congestion of pediatrician emergencies within Sheho Hospital. It is about taking care of children whose health conditions requires appropriate explorations or care that allows them to return home the same day. The acting executive directors of Sheho Hospital, Dr. Musa Abdullahi Hadid, spoke to clarify the activities of pediatric, and all these measures were accompanied by a plan to strengthen the skills of Providence, which made it possible to ensure a better quality of services for the adequate clinic care of children in the Sheho Hospital. The Moroccan capital, Rabat, has been living up to the rhythm of the game since the official openings cultural shows, sports conference and the sporting event have started in the very good conditions for the sports competition. The Djibouti team the Djibouti table tennis players played the first double and men's single matches against the great table tennis nations in their Bali, Togo and Ghana. The table tennis competitions take place at the Mulai Hassan complex. Our youngsters lost to the Togolese and Ghanaian teams. Our young table tennis players will be competing tomorrow and the day after tomorrow in the mixed men's, women's and individual series. Let us also remember that the taekwondo, swimming and rowing competitions will start tomorrow, and that our young people are committed and well prepared. In the morning of Monday, the CDC of the Neighborhood 3 hosted an arts and music education program specifically for children under 30 years of ages at CDC. This project allowed us to meet 3 CDC, notably the host CDC of Neighborhood 3, one of the Neighborhood 4 and 5, who in turn brought their young people to take advantages of this proposal. More than 14 children were gathered around the piano to discover the arts world and its materials, as well as several children had the chances to see and touch the musical instrument. In the same way, the children learned the notes of the music that the instructors should write on the board to explain to the children. Also, the children repeated the national anthems in order sang corresponding to the level of education and nursery. This program is a sport would like to launch as a competition, cultural, musical, and each community center it is also to better prepare for this competition that all CDC create their own club. The network continues its social, humanitarian and work days and nights to carry out all its projects and activities consist in helping single-income family and citizen in need. The Minister of Social Affairs, Muna Osman Adens, highly appreciate the success of the National Networks program to support families in need and encourage its members to continue their effort in this program. The National Network for Community Development has also established councils in each neighborhood to which its residents belong. These councils receive support for low-income residents in these neighborhoods. The neighborhoods councils are composed of the elders and the elders of important personalities, the police, gendarmerie, the neighborhood, as well as the Imam of the mosque. Each district concerning the process of creating neighborhood councils aim to reach the people and in need in each neighborhood. For the international scene, the new Sudanese Prime Minister Abdallah Hamdok took the constitutional oath on Wednesday at the presidential palace in Khartoum as the new head of the country's transitional government. Mr. Hamdok said that his government's priority would be to achieve peace and build strong economy. The priority of the new government is to stop the war, achieve lasting peace, and build a strong national and economy based on production. He said at press conference following the swearing-in ceremony, his government will work to reform state institutions, fight corruption, and strengthening the rule of law, transparency, and justice. He added the new prime minister also warned of the risks of the collapse and banking systems in Sudan, stressing the need for a rescue plan. The Sudanese Transitional Military Council is approved on Tuesday the formations of the joint 11-member sovereign councils. This is it for the news. Thanks for watching us.